After looking at ions, we will look now at isotopes. So what is an isotope? Let's examine these three atoms. First of all, we want to check if these are three atoms of the same element or of different elements. So how can we know? We will look at the atomic number of each of these atoms, and if they have the same atomic number, then they are atoms of the same element. And as we have seen before, the atomic number is the number of protons inside the nucleus. So let's check the first one. So protons are the red particles. Let's count them. In the first one, we have 6 protons. In the second one, we have 6 protons as well. And in the third one, we have 6 protons. Then these are atoms of the same element. And the question now is, what is this element? So we will go to the periodic table as we have learned before, and we will check which element has an atomic number which is equal to 6. How did we know that the atomic number is 6? Because each of them has 6 protons in the nucleus, and the atomic number is equal to the number of protons. So here is the periodic table. We will start counting, and we will find that the element which has an atomic number of 6 is carbon. So these are 3 atoms of the element carbon. Let's check now if these are atoms or ions. To do so, we will count the number of electrons of each, and if the number of electrons is equal to 6, which is the atomic number, then these are neutral atoms. Let's check the first one. So we have 6 electrons, which are orbiting the nucleus. In the second one, we have also 6 electrons, and the third one as well has 6 electrons. And because the number of electrons is equal to the number of protons, which is equal to the atomic number, then these are neutral atoms. We still have to check the number of neutrons of each. So we will count the neutrons inside the nucleus of each atom. Let's start with the first one. So these are the neutrons with the black color. The first one has 6 neutrons, the second one has 7 neutrons, and the third one has 8 neutrons. So these atoms have different number of neutrons. And as we know that the mass number is equal to the number of protons plus number of neutrons. The number of protons is the same in all these 3 atoms. However, the number of neutrons is different. Then the mass number of the first one is 6 plus 6, which is equal to 12. For the second one, we have 7 neutrons and 6 protons, and then the mass number is 13. And the third one has a mass number of 14. 8 plus 6 is 14. So these are atoms of the same element because they have the same atomic number. However, they have different mass numbers, and the difference is in the number of neutrons inside the nucleus. These atoms are called isotopes. So isotopes are atoms of the same elements which have the same atomic number but different mass numbers. Sometimes extra neutrons make the nucleus unstable, so it will be radioactive. However, not all isotopes are radioactive. They are simply atoms of the same element that have different masses. Carbon 14, which means the atom which has 8 neutrons inside the nucleus, is radioactive, while the other two are not.